Well, it's covered in stuff. Let's get the styrofoam off it first. Sometimes you gotta vacuum your vacuum. All right, let's talk about this and why it's so rare. This was the last of the first import run machines. This looks like a 251i, which is more common in the US, but it's much bigger. It's really is a rolling coffee table. This one's got the manual and the automatic in a window. Very cool. You have this button, you have the round dusting brush, upholstery. Much larger crevice tool than they equip now. Always kind of appreciated that. I always thought that this was a much better tool set than what they have now. Oh, all right. That was cute. They shipped it like that. There's a little bit of dust, minimum dust though. That's like the original one with the green logo on it. And then, oh boy, I don't think that's ever been changed. So you can see, yeah, we've got that in there. I'll put that in there because I want to rotate this. I'll explain what else is here. So if we read here, let's see, this is a 1992 first quarter. Color is fantastic. I've never seen this color in person before. It's fantastic. The plug is a little bit different. Oh, I want to see which Germany it says it's made. It just says it's made in Germany. This is not one that says it was made in West or East Germany. All right. Everything works. Despite being out in the cold for a few hours, everything is working and looks good. I'm fucking excited about this. This is exciting. So we got that. And everything comes apart very similar to other Miele's. There's not a whole lot of difference in construction. Oh, you know what? This isn't as old as I thought it was. So the Miele motors used to go in a different way. This is a very strange this is a cool machine. All right, I'm thoroughly happy with everything I've received here so far. Let's start pulling some stuff apart and try not to break any of this older plastic that's kind of half frozen from being out in the cold. You can see the latch and everything just feels very thick and very meaty. That would be the word I would use to describe this, meaty. Everything is just, let's see if I can get that out. I might need to pull the bumper completely off when I do this, and if I do, there's a way of doing that. You have to, all right. Yeah, these machines are very overbuilt. And people say that the quality of Miele has gone downhill. I don't actually personally believe that at all. I believe manufacturing techniques have gotten better and different, and people aren't used to the newer manufacturing techniques. So this should pop off, and when this pops off, come on. Yeah. I don't know why this cord rail is not popping out of here. So we're not ready to pull. The green cover can't come off yet. This has to come off, and there's a screw under there. All right, little doodads. There we go. All right. Now, you notice that looks like the Viking switch. They use this in Hoovers to use a whole bunch of things back in the day. And I believe, yep, everything comes off. And now, it's not a screw, it's a tab. Again, very modern manufacturing techniques. You can see everything just kind of looks like a later model Miele. Now we have an Amtech motor in here, which will pull out. This will just pull out like so. Oh, I gotta pull the thing out first. Let's do that. It's been a while since I've pulled one of these apart. I have seen this in a different color before, but never this exact color. Okay, so everything else is very the same, 110 volt, you know, it's the Amtech motor. Made in the US, so the motor had to be made in the US. Shipped to Germany and assembled. Some styrofoam. So everything else is just regular Miele, you know, there's not a whole lot to it. In terms of taking it apart. Like I said, I believe the bumper comes off when we wash this cover, if it wants to come off. Anyways, you know, we have that same sound insulation that's been used forever. All right, so that'll basically just get washed like so. Very simple. This has to be stripped off. 200 series cord reel, which is self-vacuuming. There's the self-vacuuming. It's not a natural rubber tube. They went away from that to the rubber tube, and then they went back to that sort of device. Pull that out. We unplug him. Then he just comes out. Again, original cord. Super cool to see this. This machine is older than my wife. And I guess that's something to mention as well. Like that's kind of, I love this early 90s stuff because I remember being a kid and seeing all these technological. Okay, we got a yellow wire that just came off all by itself. Where was the yellow wire? All right, I did not want to pull any of these wires off without, there it is, there it was, without documenting them. Right there, it's just really important to document where all these wires were and came from, again, because of how this mechanism works. So we are going to very clearly take a couple of pictures of these wires and where they were. So that doesn't need to come out at all. But I got 4 wires here that are coming off now because we need to wash this. Come on, come off. There we go. And then everything, I believe the switch will fit through here. If not, that's cool too. Yeah, we gotta pull the switch out. So there's that. There's the switch. All right. Basically, everything else is just a Miele. That's how easy these machines break down. So I'm gonna go wash this stuff, and we'll turn the camera back on when it's been washed. I'll probably hand wash this. I'm not gonna put this in the dishwasher. So let's put this machine back together. Put the stuff here. It's sound insulation is what it's for. But that's the first thing we're gonna do. And you can see it's like marked where it was in the machine, which is kind of cool. So it kind of takes a little bit of the guesswork out of it, I guess. It's kind of a yo dog moment, ain't it? Maybe? I say it takes the guesswork out. I'm still not sure where it was. It's gotta be. That's it. That all lines up. Now, so that's where that was. The machine itself has a bigger motor mount than they would later use. It's kind of interesting stuff. It's always just a little bit of pledge on these gaskets. Helps preserve them. And unfortunately, my camera battery died, and I lost my footage of putting this together, and I'm sorry about that, folks. But I do have the rest of the footage, so I'll roll that in right here. Alright, after putting this back together, I've got all the wires. I soldered this connection. It's not the best, but it's removable in the future if we need, and that'll keep it from coming loose. Alright, I want to mention where I am right now is not something you would normally do in the service or repair, but I want to talk about it a little bit. There's an insert that goes in here. There's actually 2 of them. That goes in there like that. Then this half donut shaped thing goes in here. This is all press fit. And then you're going to see two Screws are going to have probably a little bit of green plastic on them. We'll put them in. My apologies again, folks. It appears that when I was filming this, that my GoPro had a lot of errors. I remember this happening. I didn't realize how much of the footage got lost from that. And that error was caused by the battery actually went bad inside the GoPro. So again, I'm sorry about that, folks. You shouldn't see this again. Thanks for your patience. Alright, bag and filter time. Now, I have some of the old parts. This is the filter that came out of here. And these are what you're going to get in your box of bags. And this is a 200 series machine, so it's just cut on this line. And that's not quite correct. Oh, that's not quite correct, ain't it? You notice it says 290, not 280, not 260, 250. You know, that one's not right either. That's going to be a problem if you get one of these and you don't know what you're looking for in terms of the filters. So that's one of the reasons I saved the old ones. So I knew I was going to have to cut it down. Again, this is genuine Miele stuff. This is just the age of this machine. Miele typically supports stuff for 16 years after production, not 30. And this is one of the last one of these that rolled out of the factory. So as far as putting this back, you can try to tuck it in like that, but you really do need to cut these notches out, which is fucking annoying that I have to cut just a little bit out of my filter. And then they used to have a charcoal filter in there for odor. That's no good. That's no longer available. Nothing's going to fit in there. Don't bother. The reason I tell you not to bother on that is these new bags we're going to be putting in this machine are so much better than what were originally shipped with this. They had just a double layer paper bag, similar to some of the other machines. So that's going to go in there. Just notice that fits like a glove. Now, bags are the same sort of deal. I'm glad I have this, but really, and if you can find the older, bigger Miele bags that are synthetic, definitely do so. Try not to run the paper bags. I futzed with the bag check indicator. I had to take it all apart and really clean it out. But now, if the bag gets full, it will show it right here. Fabulous. Everything is working the way it should now. Man, I couldn't ask for more being in 1991. It's hard to believe it's 30 years old. Alright, well, thanks for watching, folks. Give this video a thumbs up if it helped you out. Share this with your friends if you thought this was an interesting teardown. Comment below if you had one of these. Love to hear from you. If you want to talk about something else, we have a Vacuum Talk Discord server. I'll put that in the link below as well. If you really like what we're doing, check out our Patreon, where we have exclusive content for our Patreon supporters. And have yourself a wonderful day.